All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what will arguably be one of the best webinar presentation you will be attending for a very long time if you are a guest joining us on this call tonight. I'm super excited, and we're just so excited about what is happening and is unveiling real time before our eyes. And that's why we are taking a look at the $1 Million Maker Playbook, building your own ATM. Who wouldn't want to learn how to do that? I am, and I can't wait. My name is Solomon James, and I'm excited that you are joining us tonight. But I have a very special guest that I truly hold in very high esteem, who knows how to flesh out things, keeps you awake, and just keeps you brooding on after he has spoken and is left. You keep thinking about what he has said, and that's the impact and the influence of our special guest tonight. And he's ready to go. So let's not waste much time. Let's get in on the discourse today, ladies and gentlemen. I bring to the mic my friend, my brother, and my digital coach, Coach Emeka Nwankwo. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are listening. Because I know that there are people that might be tuning in from different parts of the world. There are time zones, but there are no ending zones. You can be anywhere in the world, any time zone, and billionaire is a billionaire. They think alike, they behave alike, and you know what? They have comparable lifestyles. And that's why it's possible to be in Nigeria and yet live like you are outside Nigeria. Yeah, go to Banana Island, you find out that there's a Nigeria and there's another Nigeria. So, ladies and gentlemen, everyone is an architect of his own atmosphere. There's atmosphere for miracle and there's atmosphere for complaining and grumbling. All in the same city is all possible. There's a difference between Ajegule and Banana Island. They're all in Lagos State. So I want to thank my good friend, my mentor, my business partner. We get to talk together, almost every day. And when we do, what are we discussing? We're not discussing politics. We're not discussing killer headsmen. We're not discussing, the things that the average Nigerian discuss. What are we discussing? We're discussing how to create our own ideal environment, how to join those who are not talking. Of course, I don't know how many times you've seen you've had Otedola talk about Nigerian situation or Dangote talk about Nigerian situation. They don't talk about them. Why? Because irrespective of the country in which they are born, their experience and their realities are different. So, ladies and gentlemen, Solomon James, like we call him the GSM for real, he shows the way, and I just follow. I'm good at following, so I'm following. So follow me tonight. Let's take a journey. I call it a venture capitalist journey. It's a journey. I just realized recently that the word venture capitalist is taken from the word adventure. These are people who have fun while they make money. So making money is not it's a struggle for them. They have a playbook. They have templates that they use, and that template works again and again and again. All they need to do is punch in figures, and once the numbers make sense, they take a dive. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight you will have an opportunity to start your own journey in being a capitalist, as it were, with as little as $100. Yes, we all can build our own ATM. The word ATM is automatic teller machine. If you would like to have one, own one, digital ATM, then let's play. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing. We live an exciting time. And ladies and gentlemen, if you joined early enough, you would have watched a video with us. It's on Daisy. And he talked about 3 key things. Talked about equity. He talked about cash flow, income. And ladies and gentlemen, if you like this, Then you will like the last one. It talks about profit. Now, these are the three things that make venture capitalists wealthy. These are the things that make, their life adventure enjoyable. They have fun while making money. They could be on the beach side and they're still making money. Their money making is not directly proportional to how much time they spend at a location. It doesn't matter the location. It doesn't matter where they are at every point in time. The most important thing is that they have an automated way of making money. Ladies and gentlemen, you too can be like that. DAISY stands for Decentralized Artificial Intelligence Systems. Ladies and gentlemen, not only is it decentralized, which means everybody anywhere in the world, you don't have to go to a particular location to make it. For anywhere you are, you can be a part of it. And then it's not just on the ordinary, it's at the cutting edge of technology is AI, artificial intelligence. Of course, it's a system, it's a structure, it's a template that allows everyone to win at the same time. Now, DAISY, you may be wondering, okay, so DAISY, yeah, we know the definition, but what exactly does it do? How is it considered? What's the structure? How does this template, how is this infrastructure configured that makes it possible for everybody to make money? How legit is it? How practically possible is it for me to be a part of it? DAISY is a business ecosystem that is not a startup. I have been part of DAISY already for a while now, so I can tell you, about DAISY. Ladies and gentlemen, DAISY is an equity crowdfunding model for financial technology sector. In the next slide, I'm going to be showing you what is happening. In case you are interested in being wealthy, in case you are interested in being rich, it's not rocket science. You just need to look at what the people who are at the top end of, top richest people in the world, where they are playing, where they are putting their money and what they are doing. All you need to do is do the same thing. My good friend and my mentor, Solomon James, will always say that every big dream has a small version. We could start a small version of the big dreams that this will have accomplished. Ladies and gentlemen, DAISY gives you opportunity to own equity in different financial technology companies and projects. Ladies and gentlemen, equity is a big word, but all it means is you have a sense of ownership and a piece of a project or a business. Equity is talking about stock. Equity is talking about positioning. Ladies and gentlemen, now, in some cases, to be part of this kind of A plus, companies and opportunities, you needed to have a lot of money, and then you needed to be, be close to those who have access to such privileged information. So imagine that some of these positions, to take position, you need to have at least $10 million. We don't all have $10 million lying around. If we do, you won't be on this call, ladies and gentlemen. So sometimes all it takes is for people to come together, put their resources together. That's what crowdfunding is all about. It's like two words, crowd and funded. You have money, you have $100, I have $10,000, and then we come together. By the time we are 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, it's no more just a group, it's becoming a crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why you pull our resources together, then we can take advantage of emerging opportunity. Now, DAISY has put together a system, a platform, a blockchain, a smart contract, automating it. That's why we call it ATM, automated. It's automated so that with your phone, you can actually participate. Ladies and gentlemen, I had the good fortune of participating in DAISY first project. And that is, you had it in the video, a fintech company called Endotech that is going to be listed on NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange at the first quarter of next year. In the course of that project one, DAISY built together a 120,000 strong business community from all walks of life, from different parts of the world, from Japan, from China, from UK, from Nigeria, of course, because I'm here. If I'm here, you know that there are Nigerians, involved. Every one of us contributing towards a single cause and a single focus, and that's how we all plugged in into Endotech, AI, project. That's DAISY first project, and in the course of doing that, DAISY raised over $150 million in a period of about 60 days. Ladies and gentlemen, it's unheard of. Without meeting each other, without having an August assembly, without, everything happened at the speed of light, all from our phones. And today I can tell you, not only have we participated in this project, we have benefited from it. Daisy had paid out over $60 million in profit and bonus. So this is not promissory notes. This is promise delivered already. So we're not talking about something that will happen. We're talking about something that has happened. So we've tested, we've handled, and we've proved that this thing works. This platform is real. And then it's not a faceless company or a system. We have people who can testify and who can attest to the fact that this system is robust. And ladies and gentlemen, it's working. Daisy now, having done, of course, the first project is not closed. Like I said, the company is going to be listed on New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ in the first quarter of 2022. But between now and then, we continue to benefit from our positioning in this project. What happened? Daisy was able to get an agreement where, for crowdfunding, for putting our money into, helping Endotech expand their project and their business, preparatory to going public, we were able to get, a portion of Endotech, and today we are proud owners of maybe, just maybe, the next Apple. So what Apple is to device world, what Amazon is to the cloud computing and e-commerce world, is what Endotech most likely is going to be to the fintech, and artificial intelligence world. Endotech has over 150 different, business companies that are using their products, their algorithmic, trading platforms, data mining, AI forecasting platforms, and to do business. So it's a massively liquid company, and ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be $1 billion affair before it gets listed. So imagine today only a piece of such company operating at the cutting edge of the technology. Ladies and gentlemen, Daisy, now having started that project and taken it to an extent, is now poised for the second project. And that's why we deliberately we didn't make so much noise about the first project. We want to be sure that this is come to stay. And ladies and gentlemen, now that the second project is about to come on stream, that's why we're making a whole lot of noise. Why? Because we want to help you. Yes, we want to make sure that everybody benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, the second project is a DeFi exchange. My partner and my mentor will talk a little bit about DeFi. DeFi stands for digital finance. Ladies and gentlemen, it's huge. The world is becoming a global village, not just in semantics or as a slogan, but in real terms. COVID-19 has even made it even more interesting that everybody now has to relate with everybody somehow. And then we now have a world that is closely knit together. Why? Because we found out that we all shared a common humanity. But what that means is that boundaries had to collapse, borders had to be brought down. And ladies and gentlemen, just like email flow ceaselessly across borders without checkpoint, without custom checkpoints, that's how finance, that's how wealth creation has been liberalized. And today, ladies and gentlemen, with decentralized exchanges running across blockchains, human beings on every place on earth now have opportunity to participate in wealth creation. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what a DeFi allows you to achieve. It creates a platform where those who want to borrow money can borrow as if there's a bank, which it definitely is. That's what it is. And then those who want to make deposits can deposit. Those who want to stake can stake, which is like putting your money on fixed deposit, and all that kind of things is happening all in the same place. And you know what? It's also automated that everybody that has a smartphone can participate. Huge, huge, huge. And of course, if you just type the word DeFi or your Google, it will tell you all you need to know about DeFi. So I'm not going to go beyond that. Of course, today, members of Daisy community, business community, crowdfunding community are able to access profit, equity, and income on every project and every business that Daisy decides to participate in. So we've done first project, now we are doing second project. Now, even if you missed out on the first project, there is a window of opportunity, and that's why you're hearing this. There's a window of opportunity for you to stay plugged in, and that will give you opportunity to also not only having plugged into the first project now, you will now have opportunity to also participate in the second project, which is what this is really all about. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think the first project was massive, wait until you see what we are showing you in the second project. Ladies and gentlemen, do you realize that the top 10 richest companies in the world are not in oil and gas? As at 2021, yes, the top richest company, look at the companies, look at them: Delta, Microsoft, Alphabet, Alibaba Group, Tencent, Tesla Motors, Amazon. Look at them. The only Apple, Facebook. Look at the only oil company that showed up here is the Saudi oil company, Saudi Aramco. Aramco. That's all. Every other thing is technology based. So if you're asking yourself, where is the next frontier for wealth creation? Where are the rich and the wealthy putting their money? Where are they placing it? Where are they playing? Where are the companies that are making waves and going to lead into the future of wealth creation? You don't have to look further than this. So that's it. Data does not lie, numbers do not lie. These companies are doing well. And where are they playing? In the technology space, ladies and gentlemen. And the future belongs only to those who can see. Every piece, when you go to Ikoyi and you see, I hear that a piece of land in Ikoyi goes for as high as a billion naira. Don't marvel, it was once 2,000 naira or even less than 2,000. Why? Because it was once bush. Every building you see today standing is standing on a former bush. But those who saw land when it was bush and those who saw land when it was water before it was reclaimed are those who are selling now. Ladies and gentlemen, future belongs to those who can see. Not all men with their eyes can see. Some people have eyes, but the eyes cannot see beyond their noses. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can see the future, you will know that the future is in technology. That's where wealth is. So when you hear the word technology, what you should see is not a smartphone. What you should see is the opportunity that a smartphone allows every one of us to access. So if you have a smartphone today, you are not qualified to be poor again. Yes. Why? Because the next frontiers of competition, of compensation, is big data, robotics, artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, space travel, and Internet of Things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the world is headed. This is where the world is playing. This is where the world says the next line of opportunity will show up. Now, if you look at the DAISY, you find that DAISY deliberately is playing in financial technology. Already out of this list that I put here, AI, blockchain, DAISY is already playing two of them. So if you are thinking about being rich and being wealthy, look at where the rich put their money and put your money there. That's the message I just wanted to pass across. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Project 2 all about? It's a DeFi launch pad, like I said, that comes with the token. Now, token is to the launch pad and exchanges and crypto space what your stocks or your equity is to the traditional business space. So Amazon has stocks, and then the stocks are listed on NASDAQ. And so people can buy the stocks and then trade it. The same thing here. DAISY is setting up something like a NASDAQ. That is the launch pad. So projects are going to be listed on it. Projects are going to be launched on it. And then on that same place, you have shares or equities or what we call tokens. And they're going to be available on not only DAISY Launchpad, but also going to be available on other public exchanges around the world. Guess what? At what price? At $5 initial listing price. Of course, the way it happens is that the token will be listed at $5. The market forces will take over. Demand and supply will not decide what is a fair price for this token. How much is it really worth? This afternoon, I was discussing with someone. I told him all the token I've seen listed, all had always had what we call the listing bounce. The day it's listed, all the people who were waiting to see whether it's real, those who couldn't get the pre-sale, those who missed out on the pre-sale, they will all go to the exchange to see if they can still buy it before so many other people get to buy. And then what happened? The demand will push up the price. So usually when it's listed at $5, it's most likely the same day it's going to hit like $15 to $20 before water will find its level. And I dare say the level is not $5, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this token is available, listen to me, is available for a limited time period. at 10 cents per token. $55 for the public listing, 10 cents for Daisy Business Community. Now, if you didn't participate in the first project, don't miss this one. If you miss this one thing is guaranteed to happen. 30 days from now or 45 days from now, you will have an opportunity of hearing about Daisy again. But the difference is that you will not be hearing, Daisy will not be at 10 cents. Daisy may not even be at $5. Daisy may be at $15. And then you will say, I heard about it and I knew about it, but you did nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, Daisy is not, cake and something. It's been unveiled already to a global audience of over 200,000 people. It's already listed on coinmarketcap.com. That's their, you can call it the NASDAQ or the global stock market of cryptocurrencies. It's already listed there. And then, of course, you can go to daisylp.com to get to read all about the project, the number of tokens, what they're going to do, and the plans, and how this massive project is going to impact our world. It's going to be huge, ladies and gentlemen. Daisy is not joking at all. Now, there's something we call the Daisy advantage. What is Daisy advantage? The opportunity to get in before the rest of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, usually in the traditional business space, what usually happens is that there are 3 stages of access to token. The first stage is what they call private placement. Private placement is when the company say, okay, before we get to talk to the public, let's look at high net worth individuals who we don't want them to come and eat in the public space. Let's bring them into a room, show them the business plan, and then ask them to put down money so that we can give them some of the equity. So that when we are talking, we'll be saying, look, Chief so and so is already on board. So they becomes like part owners and face, the people that the company is leveraging their profile to to get to the marketplace. Now, when they do that, usually they will give them prices that are unheard of, almost a giveaway. But of course, the entry requirement is always very high. They will say, okay, for example, we want to raise $100 million, so we just need 10 people who will drop $10 million for us. And we're going to raise 1 billion, but we want to raise the first 100 million from just 10 people. These people become the people that they will participate in what we call private place. Private, that's what it's called, private placement. You don't get to hear about it. And then after that, they will now do what is called, IPO. IPO is when they now say, oh, we have these shares at it's 50 cents, but we're selling it at $2. And then the public will subscribe to it. And then after that, they will now list it. When they list it, then you can now go to the exchange and buy it at whatever price, maybe whatever price it is. Those are the 3 stages. Ladies and gentlemen, the same thing is replicated here. What we call private placement in traditional market space is what we call pre-sale in this space. So ladies and gentlemen, so understand it. There is a period of pre-sale that is only accessible to those who are part of Daisy business community. So you ask yourself, do I like 5,000% return on investment? Yes. Then that means you can get the token at 10 cents, and the public will get it at $5. So we are participating at the private placement level. But that is when you are part of the business community. And then this opportunity of being part of the business community also give you access to ownership of publicly listed fintech and blockchain business empire. I've told you already one, Endotech. If you get into the community, you get equity in any project that is stake in every project that Daisy is anchoring. So the first thing that happens to you when you get into this opportunity is that you will become a part owner of the first project. And then, of course, you will also become a part owner of the Daisy business launch. And then what happened? A couple of days from now, Daisy launch pad will be worth billions of dollars. Why? Because look at the numbers. I'll show you the numbers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you. At $5, the day Daisy hits the 5 public exchanges, Daisy will be $1 billion affair. Imagine owning a piece of that without leaving your house. And then number 3, not only are you having an opportunity to get a 5,000%, someone said I always use the word ab initio from the beginning of Daisy token that could very well possibly go to $50 before the end of the year. So you can imagine then 5,000% will be a child's play to what is possible. And ladies and gentlemen, you also have opportunity of taking your position before the rest of the world when any new project wants to launch their business on Daisy platform. You will be the first to hear, the first to partake, and the first to benefit. Ladies and gentlemen, what other ways do you want to build an ATM than using your smartphone, sit in your house, and then swipe, 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 click, 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 and money is rolling in? Now, it can't be better than that. My partner and my mentor will take time to show you what other projects that are less than what Daisy is putting on the table had done in the last 6 months. That's why we can be projecting some of the figures I'm going to be showing you and tell you that these things are not just possible, they are realities for some people already. Look at some of the projects and tokens that have happened in the past. Some of them, as short as 6 months, they are done amazingly well. Some have done 2 years. Some show it's not just a question of, it's not a flash in the pan. Some have been longer than 2 years, 3 years. Ethereum has been here for more than 4 years, 5 years. So it's not just that it just come and then it disappears. No, Ethereum has done over 700,000%. 700,000% since the time the pre-sale happened at 31 cents. Look at it, ladies and gentlemen, at 31 cents. Today, some people have turned 31 cents to $2,400 a piece. So imagine that you had 100 of this or 1,000 of this. Ladies and gentlemen, you won't be looking for money. Look at IOTA. IOTA has done 520,000%. It was offered at less than 1 cent. Yes, it was actually offered at 1 cent, less than 10 cents, which we are getting our own. And then you see it's done 520,000%. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing. It's amazing. Look at New. New has done 165,000%. Ladies and gentlemen, we've not even launched Daisy. Daisy has already done 5,000%. What will it do in 6 months? That's why I put question marks here. What will it do in 6 months? We don't know. But let's show you what is possible if Daisy begin to move. Ladies and gentlemen, most times people, want to wait to see what will happen. That's what we have also done. We waited to see what Daisy will do at the formation stage, and then we waited to see how Daisy will handle the teaching problem of starting a new business and all that. And that has all passed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not checking out Daisy. Daisy has nothing to prove to anybody. Daisy is the most disruptive business model in the world. Daisy is going to shock the world. Somebody say, if you don't pay attention to Daisy, Daisy will daisy you. Why? Because Daisy is about to hit the peak. It's about to take off. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the best time to be a part of any opportunity when the momentum is about to shift upward. Look at the graph. It's pointing up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most powerful business community in the world. 120,000 people passionately invested. These are noisemakers. These are not noisemakers. These are people who have put their money where their mouth is. Ladies and gentlemen, if it be you. I was talking to someone this afternoon and we are looking at the numbers together. And he said, some people cannot sleep. I said, no problem. The solution to not sleeping when you see the numbers is, as I'm presenting the numbers from this point, just say, it's not my portion. Once you say it's not your portion, your mind will shut down. Then you don't need to bother yourself since it was not meant for you. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you become part of the Daisy business community so that you can access 10 cents, you can plug into Project One, you can be a part owner of a billion-dollar company, and then you can have equity, begin to enjoy profits, and begin to get access to cash flow, daily cash flow, as it were, as other people are getting into the business. There are 10 different doors through which you can get into Daisy. At $100, $200, $400, $800, $1,600, all the way to $51,200. Each of these entry gives you access to the benefits at the level at which you are contributing and you are participating. But of course, you cannot jump from entry 1 to entry 5. If you want to play at entry 5 or tier 5, as we call it, then you need to do entry 1, $100. Then you do additional 200, then 300, 400. So you see, the total fund is also calculated, showing that once you do entry 2, you have done 100 plus 200, which is $300. And of course, if you want to understand what is happening in Project One and how it creates the mix, it's like they bring out food on the dining table. If you want to understand the mix or the recipe, you go to the kitchen. That's where they mix it. So if you want to understand the Project One in detail, how the equity and everything comes together and how much you benefit from each level and all that, then you need to grab the person who invited you and tell him to tell you a little more about Project One. But suffice it to say that your position in Project One is what qualifies you to participate in Project Two. And the level of contribution you are playing at in Project One is with what decide how much token you can access, even if you have all the money in the world. Listen, look at it. Entry level 100 or entry level $100 allows you to buy up to $100 worth of token, which is about 1,000 token at 10 cents. Entry level 2 plus entry level 1 put together is $300. We allow you to get up to 3,000 token. That's at 10 cents. 300 will give you 3,000 token, and all the way you can. So that's the maths is very simple and very straightforward. So if someone is playing at entry level 7, that's where Solomon is playing. He's a big boy. So it's confirmed. So it means that he has a total of $12,700, crowdfunded in the system. That gives him access to buy up to 127,000 units of the token. Ladies and gentlemen, look at what happened with a simple arithmetic of just $100. Assuming you are playing at $100, and because you are playing at $100, you're able to buy $100 worth of token. That will give you 1,000 token at 10 cents. The day Daisy lists this token on 5 exchanges, that when we keep talking about lists, it will look like it will happen, after the next election. No, it's happening in July, ladies and gentlemen. The token the pre-sale token will be available from July 1. Confirmed again today, July 1. So we just have a short window of opportunity. Now, the issue is that you need to have plugged into Daisy community before that July 1. Anybody that is not plugged in can only go and get it at public exchange. So it's a choice we have to make. So whatever level of participation you are at on the night of 30th of June, that's about 9 or 10 days from now, about 9 days from now, actually. That's the level to which you can participate in Project 2 in terms of token acquisition. Ladies and gentlemen, so imagine that you are playing at $100, even though I don't suggest that you play there. But assuming that's all you want to do, $100 will give you 1,000 token. And at the listing price of $5, that's 5,000 USD. What kind of money is that? What kind of money? That's an ATM. Let's do a little maths. I love mathematics, especially when it has to do with money. Let's do a little maths. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine that somebody do that. Of course, you already know that $100, that will give you 1,000 token. At $5, that's $5,000. At $30, that's $30,000. At $50, that's 50,000 US dollars. Now, don't attempt. I know some people will be tempted, but don't attempt to punch your calculator. Your heart may begin to fail you. The Bible said that the heart of men will fail them. Your heart may begin to fail. So leave it in dollars. You just leave it in dollars. And then look at if you are doing $300, that's 3,000 units, and that's $15,000 at $5, and that's $90,000 at $30, and 150,000 USD at $50. Ladies and gentlemen, look at if someone is playing at tier 5, that gives you opportunity to get 31,000 token. At $5, the day is listed, you are $155,000 richer. Yes, if the thing goes to $30, and Solomon will come and show you that $30 can happen in August. So if you have a problem with big money, please don't invest, don't get involved, because one thing is guaranteed: this project is programmed to make you wealthy. If you have a covenant not to be wealthy, then this is not for you. Jump and pass. One thing is guaranteed: if you participate in this project, the minimum is that at least you will shift financially. And then there's a level of participation that will make your whole family shift, everybody connected to you. And there's a level of participation that will make you can actually decide to shift your village. Yes. Look at somebody participating at $12,700, like Solomon. At $5, $635,000. That's if you calculate it at 500 naira to $1, that's over $1 billion naira. It's actually about it's going into a lot of billions. It's not just like that. And then imagine that this thing goes to $50, $6.3 million. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to get used to hearing the word $1 million. You need to get used to it because it's happening. It's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you get involved? How do you get plugged in? Very simple. I always advise people to get back to the people who invited them so that they can sit down and guide you. Well, assuming you say, okay, but give me a summary, give me an overview. It's very simple. In 15 minutes max, you're done. Yes, you can even do it in 10 minutes. All you need to do is download. I told you that in today's world, everybody that has a smartphone has a right to be wealthy, because all you need is a smartphone that has internet and information. Those two, once you have those two, it doesn't matter, even if you are in Iraq, even if you are in the dot land, you know the dot land, a dot in the circle. Even if they're shooting, why they're shooting, as long as your signal is on your phone. And then do you know the interesting thing? And that's why I tell people you need to get involved in digital space. Do you know that if anything happens and they say run, run, you know, there's that time we did also Abiola, when we ran and left everything. As you are running, once you have your phone, even if you leave your phone, it doesn't matter. Even if you leave your phone, as long as you remember your 12 phrase word, if you cross the border at Benin Republic and you buy a 2K phone and you punch in with the necessary information, boom, your money is back and you can continue from where you stop. Your asset travels with you. Your money travels with you. Everywhere you go, you can access, even without having access to any phone on your anywhere have internet, you can log in and continue to spend. Ladies and gentlemen, it can't be sweeter than that. So just download the TronLink wallet on your phone and then fund it with USDT and TRX, and then that's it. You are ready to roll. You are ready to roll, ladies and gentlemen, and then look at it. All you have to do is position to get the token, the quantity of token you are interested in, and then hold it. At $5, the day is listed, you sell some to wipe your face. Wipe your face, man. And then know that I've recovered my principal. I've made 3 times my money, 4 times my money, 5 times my money, 10 times my money. And then you are covered. Insurance has covered you. Then leave the rest, ladies and gentlemen, because this token, before the end of the year, may hit $100. You know, on Saturday when I stopped at $50. But what I saw today, which Solomon will talk a little more about, has convinced me that this token can actually hit $100. And like I said before, if your mind cannot handle it, jump and pass. You can say, it's not for me. God forbid bad thing. My friend used to say, God punish Satan. I know I don't want God to punish Satan. I just want to be wealthy. That's all. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I round up, this opportunity is time sensitive. Actually, there's a countdown. I told you it's 9 days. Today is gone. So it's no more 9 days, actually 8 days. And like I always tell my people, I don't like emergencies. By 29th of June, I will stop picking calls. Even if you have all the money in the world and you want to join, I will still not pick your call because you may be a distraction to stop me from achieving my own goal. Do you realize that even without telling anybody about this opportunity, if all I do is take advantage of all the token that is accessible and available to me, I will not need to talk to anybody to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, time is ticking. It's now in your hands. Daisy is going to change not just your life, but the life of people that are very, very dear to you. Take this one shot and create your own playbook. Thank you so much. Solomon, please take it away from here.
Wow, awesome, awesome. Thank you so very much, Mr. Emeka Nwankwo, for that exposition of the playbook of the millionaires. Guys, I just can't stop laughing when he said, this is not for me, it's not my portion. So they say you make 1 billion, you say it's not my portion. Who will raise that prayer point for you? That is not your portion. It must be your portion, no, so that you can take control of your life and take control of where things are going. Guys, a lot of things are happening, and that is why we're excited. We're excited tonight. We've seen a lot of these opportunities opened up for grabs, and that's exactly what we have right now in our hands to all grab as a community and as a family, as a people. And I'm always excited when Emeka brings a lot of flesh to this. Now, some of us were on the call tonight, and this afternoon when we had the global call, it was quite exciting. because when you just think this is good enough, something else is being added. I don't know how many of us showed up on the global call today. Let me just probably by, I don't know, just type in a yes if you attended the global call this afternoon before I say what I want to say, so that let me be sure I'm not having a brain wave. Who else was on the global call? Okay, Becca was on the global call. Yeah. Daddy Triplet, Daniel was there, Peter was there. Yeah, Prince was on the global call. And while we're excited, remember we talked about that even in the first community, yeah, Chris was there on the first, the project one, we kept talking that there is a project two, there is a project three, talking about the forex market that they're already creating, and AI also for the forex market. Then they'll create for the stock market, they'll create for the commodities market. And guess what? Dr. Anna Baker was on the webinar this afternoon, and she said the forex AI is ready. They will start testing it this week. And that if it goes well, and understand that they, in fact, that was exactly what she said. If it goes well, she said no, when it goes when it goes well, because it's not a matter of if, it will happen. They will be tweaking things that we might be seeing some daily recurrent earnings in the next couple of coming very soon. In fact, they kept trying to hold the information, not to say too much. So, and what they are bringing in, the announcement that was made today was a projection for 2022. 2022. You can see how they are bringing in these things into play. While we were working on project one and thinking of the forex, we never thought about this DeFi space that Emeka had just helped to analyze, and now it's before us. So, guys, what we have here, it's huge, it's big. So every time I talk to Emeka about the number, I just kept screaming. And when I listened to the webinar today, and I said to myself, truly this thing, what if Emeka was saying, somebody will say, there was a guy on the webinar who said, he was speaking to another of his body, and the guy said to him, do you believe in this project? He said yes, 99%. And he wants to put in $20,000 into the token. The guy said, if you believe, why don't you do 40,000? That's to tell you, because his own capacity can do much more. So for me, yes, I'm on tier 7, and I intend to max. I'm not leaving 1 cent on the table, because the numbers that Emeka just keep putting out, I told Emeka, you'll be responsible if we don't sleep, because you're the one fleshing out the numbers. But let's bring some reality to those numbers, if they are real, if they are fake, if they are just hype. And one of my beautiful places I like to come is CoinGecko. Come to CoinGecko, and giving you the aggregates of a lot of things happening in the crypto space. Then you can also come, you see here, this is DeFi, okay? So you can click on DeFi. When you click on DeFi, and listen, the things I'm going to show you, there are things that you can see here, top 100 DeFi coins by market capitalization, top 100. And you can take your time and go from number one. And again, you see the crypto market really deep today, because yesterday, China actually banned mining. They are shutting down 21 mining sites in China. So there's a lot of fear and panic. But again, there are information that we know that makes that good. Because if 21 mining sites are off the Chinese stable, what that simply says to you that their control to influence the crypto market is reducing. Because it simply means those people will basically move to some other places. So tomorrow, if they cough, the crypto market will still be there, which is, again, is a good sign, because they were having a lot of power and hash rates to influence things. But let's take a look again at Uniswap that I always like to say. Number one here, Uniswap is a project that has just been less than a year. You can see all-time low was 9 months ago at $1. And guess what, guys? This is not the pre-sale that Emeka just showed you. All-time high here was $44. How would you have loved to put in a dollar and you get $44 within a year? That's amazing. That's crazy. It's amazing. So $1 give you 44. How many $1 will you want to put? Okay, these are the kind of numbers that we started seeing in the DeFi space. And the DeFi space has not been around for too long. You come again and you take a look at perhaps something like Let's take at Ave. I'll probably look at more today. Look at something like Ave. Ave was part of the summit we had last week or thereabout. What's the current Ave all-time low was 8 months ago, $26. Again, this is not the pre-sale. But what was Ave's all-time high? $661 just 1 month ago. How do you convert $26 to $661? Guys, again, if you want to make a comparison with this to what Emeka have said, $5 going to 50, then you know that's not much compared to moving from $26 to $661. Guys, this is listen, guys, all of this is happening within 7 months. All of this happened within 7 months. A lot of things are happening in the space. So let's take a look more, and let's just see where is compound. I've never checked compound before, but let me see. It's number 14. It's the first time I'm checking compound, but I'm just looking at the things that have been in this space. So you can see all-time high about a year ago, $61, all-time low, $61, all-time high, $910. Guys, all of this happened within the space of a year. So a lot of money has been in this space, but we didn't pay attention to it. A lot of us are even jumping. Look at yield finance. Let's take a look at yield finance. It's 30,000 plus, but let's take a look at yield finance. Again, guys, you just want to pay attention to this. Yield finance, 11 months ago, all-time low, $31. And guess what? This was not pre-sale. $31. What was all-time high 1 month ago? $90,000. Would you have been willing to put in $31 to cash out $90,000 last month? All within a year. $31 didn't go to $1,000, which would have been a remarkable profit. It moved from $31 to $90,000. Were you aware? As a matter of fact, I started catching the trend of Y finance, okay, when it was about $15,000, and I was saying, why can't somebody else remove $15,000 and buy this? Because as at then, even Bitcoin had not even started coming up this much. It was even shooting more than now. What has been the high of Bitcoin? 64,000. And you can see this 90,000. Bitcoin has even been around for how many years? This took just 11 months, within the space of 10 months, basically. It moved from $31 to $90,000. If you had bought 10 of this, that's 900,000. If you had 100, so think about the millions you've made, and somebody says you are into fraud because they didn't understand. So when Emeka is even talking about 1 year and the rest, guys, this is so huge. This is so huge here. So again, this was just about, I mean, like I said, this is July, 11 months, making all of this happen. Let's show you some more so that you understand that the numbers here are not they are not fraudulent numbers. They are real numbers. Again, we are looking at decentralized the decentralized space. Maybe, I mean, just take time and go from number one to all of them. You will see crazy numbers. But maybe let's take a look at GoatCoin. I always talk about GoatCoin because Emeka will always remind me that my goat gave birth. So $642. Okay, what are the numbers looking like? As of June this year, okay, so this was $639. High was 2 months ago, $5,000. And again, this was not even a pre-sale. You come up and you take a look at things. A lot of people want to change their Benz, change their cars. Let's take a look at AutoCoin. AutoCoin, you'll be getting this already $1,000 plus. Okay, it has even crashed 19% because the entire market is down today. But even as at that, take a look. January 24 this year, this was 5 months ago, this was a low, $22, January 24. Guys, take a look, February 20, this was 3 weeks plus. Between January 24 and February 20, both 2021, it moved from $22 to about $14,000, $13,988. That's $12 short of $14,000. Would you have loved to put in 20, let's even say $23? And for every $23, you make about $14,000. Guys, how many $22 or $23 would you have put? And take note, all of this is happening within 5 months. So when the maker is saying that this will go to $50, $22 to $13,000 didn't take 5 years. Look at the multiplier effect. So when you are not thinking of $5 going to $50, that's like 10x. Okay, but is this 10x? Because if you want to put the numbers here, it tells you what is happening here is crazy. If you were to even do 10x, there would have been about 2,200, but now it went to 13,000 just within the space of 3 weeks. So again, do you think Emeka's $50 projection for December is a reality? And again, Jeremy Ruma reaffirmed it today that the goal is for them to crush $50 by December. And it's the $50 that Emeka puts that I started telling you, please don't go there. It's not my portion yet, because the numbers look unreal. But how would you have put in $22 and it jumped not $1,000, you'll be screaming. It jumped to $10,000, jumped to $13,000 within the space of 3 weeks. So, guys, a lot of things are happening in this space you don't want to know. And one that got a lot of us shocked was Socks Coin. Again, I might take time probably next time and we'll go through again. Look at currently at $32,000. But when you come here, you see this was all-time low 1 year ago, $41. Guys, $41 1 year ago. And already it has done right now at $32,000. Already it has done 78,000%. 78,000%. And Emeka showed you how Daisy coin has not launched, Token has not launched, and it's already 5,000. And you think that's profit. And we are seeing 78,000%. But take a look. This was March 13, 2020, just a year ago. This is March 04, 2021. It moved to $164,000. $41 moving to $164. Did you hear about this coin? But you were screaming Bitcoin, you were screaming Ethereum. And yet, if you held only one of this, you would have made over $100,000. If you held 10, you would have made over $1.6 million. And there are people who had the opportunity to get as much as 1,000 of this, 2,000, 10,000. Guys, this is crazy. This is the kind of wealth that is created in the space that is the playbook of the billionaires, just like Emeka said, is the playbook. And you must understand, listen, why am I even super excited right now is that this thing is not launching at the high, it's launching at the low of the market. Because in a rising tide, every boat rises. So imagine if this was even launched when it was Bitcoin was about 60,000, as the market is crashing, they try to pull everything down. The market is down. He that is down fears no fall. So let's see this, that the market rebounds, which we see this market, the projections are all still in the upward trend for July and upward. And this will be on the exchanges from August 1. And between August 1 and August 30th, it will be on 5 exchanges. Guys, this thing is, and this is not a pump and dump. We are not a pump and dump. This is a real community of real people. Emeka just showed you we are over 121,000 paid members, not a Telegram pump and dump children. These are real people. $12,700 is not a pump and dump. Pastor Ngozi, she's on $12,700, it's not a pump and dump. Emeka's on 6,003, it's not a pump and dump. Chris is on the tier 6, it's not a pump and dump. So we are a lot of us on this, is not a pump and dump. This is valuable. This is valuable. And guess what? If you listen to the presentation today, the call today, Jeremy Roma said any coin that is token that is not sold during the presentation will be burnt. And even for the reward model, they are not even paying it with the token so as not to dilute it. They are paying with USDT to tell you how much they value. They prefer to give you USDT than to give you the token because the token is so powerful. Guys, this is truly the Millionaire Playbook. And Emeka has brought a lot of flesh to this. I do not know what you heard. I do not know what you saw. But I want to give you an opportunity tonight to take this serious. If you are a guest, get back to whoever invited you. Let them show you. Now, again, we just have 9 days. And guess what? Once it is July 1, even if you join the community, you can't get this at the pre-sale. You will probably wait to get it at $5. Why get at $5? Why can't get it at 10 cents? That is the purpose of this 9 days. It's guys, don't put people on under pressure when it's because again, people wait till the last moment. Then I was telling somebody, I said, start checking the network around your zone so that if in case network is not effective in your house, if you are on MTN, look for MTN mask. Go and sit down under the MTN mask that day. There will be a time. They don't just they give a time when it begins. They'll give the link, they'll give the time. That's how they do their project, will be part of it. So go under a mask, because if there's no network under a mask, then salvation is far. If the righteous be scarcely safe. So if you sit under MTN mask or Glow mask or Intel or any of the network, and you don't have network, so be where there is network to take position. And this pre-sale will only be 5 to 7 days. That's what was announced today. 5 to 7 days. It's not an open-ended. 5 to 7 days, but you cannot even be a part of the process if you are not in the community first. So you can just get in, fund both, and just take position because this is huge. I punched the numbers that Emeka gave. So and at $50, that will be $6.35 million. I said, that's crazy. At 500, that's over 3 billion. So I said to Emeka, just as some people say, what if it falls? I said to Emeka, I said, what if this thing go to $100? Because I've just shown you things that have moved from $21, $41 to $164,000. Guys, come to think about this. Even if there'll be a year, $41 to $164,000. And here we are thinking of $50, thinking of $10. Wow. Just wow. Guys, Talkman saying, how do we get started, please? Get back to someone invited you and they will get you started. But again, first you've got to be in the community. To get to the community is what Emeka had just brought out. Emeka, if you can, please just brought out that screen. Yeah, let me stop the share. Brought out your screen on that. I know you brought it out, but bring that screen on the flow. Get your Tron link. Go to www.tronlink.org. I beg of you in the name of God, please, when you open a Tron link wallet, save your mnemonic. There are 12 mnemonic passphrase. Back it up, write on a piece of paper, not a piece of paper, write on a diary, somewhere you can treasure and keep it. If you lose it and for any reason you forget your password, you can't remember, that mnemonic will become demonic. And I cannot help, because there are only 2 people I know in Nigeria that can help to see numbers and call them. Unfortunately, one of them just passed a 2 weeks ago, TB Joshua. Is remaining Apostle John Suleiman, because if you miss any number, then you go and look for him to help you see where your mnemonic is. I do not have that gift. So please save your mnemonic and keep it. You will need it. So how do you get plugged in? Download your digital wallet, TronLink Pro, to your phone. Less than 5 minutes, you will do that. Fund your wallet with some USDT. So if you want to do 100 USDT, you want to do tier 1, which is $100, you need 100 USDT and you need 140 Tron to activate it. If you want to do tier 2, that will take another 200 USDT plus another 140 Tron. Each tier takes Tron. For also the same thing for the token, if you want to do tier 1 and you're already in the community, you will also need another 100 USDT for the token. Because somebody said, I thought if I've done the 100 for the community, that will also cover. This is a separate project. This did not exist when that came in. So it's a totally different project. If you want to do it, if you're on tier 1, it simply means if you are coming in just on tier 1, it means you will need 200 USDT. One to cover for the community, one to cover for the token. And you now need about 240 Tron. Okay, even though they said today that for the token, the Tron might be reducing to about 100 to 120. But I like to be safe. It's still your Tron. Put 240 Tron to cover both, and then you can upgrade accordingly to whatever tier that you choose to get on. I hope that helps. Okay, guys, if you have any question, you can either put it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. The unmute button is live so that we can take 1 or 2 questions, because Emeka has done a very thorough and fantastic job for anybody to understand. Any question, please? Let me go through the chat and see. Exactly, Prince Peter. Mnemonic is the same as your passphrase. Exactly. Okay. Now you can either use your mnemonic, you can use your private key. There's a third one. Forgotten the name. There's a third one that if you lose your password, you can use that to replace on any other device. But keep it safe, because if somebody gets hold of it, that's your BVN and NIM combined. Okay. Okay, beautiful. He has all of that safe. Any question, guys? You can unmute yourself and ask if you have any question. Let me see.
Hello, can I talk, please?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad, first and foremost, that you invited me to the group, and I was able to even invest as little as I could invest. And I'm also excited. And just like Mr. Emeka just said now, my heart, they fail me, but not for negative reason. Anyway.
It's your portion, it's your portion.
It's anxiety anyway. That's what I see. But the question I just want to ask right now is that, I already asked you, but what I just want to know now is that if I invite somebody, I make referrals, yep, does that promote me to a next tier, or is just commission based only?
Okay. If you bring 1 billion people, it does not promote you. Everybody you bring there's a commission. That's why Emeka said go back to, we have a video that covers the first project and all the entire commissions. Interestingly, even the person you brought that joins you in the first project, you earn commission. If the person also buys the token, you also earn commission again. That's how structured it's like you buy 1, get 2 free. That's what it is. Now, they are paying you in USDT. Your upgrades is in USDT. So let's say I got people in and I earn another $100 or $200 or $300, $1,000. I can take that $1,000 or whatever amount and upgrade myself to the next tier. So that's basically what it is. It's not that you brought people. It's your commission that you use. You can use that to upgrade yourself. Does that help, sir?
Okay, I see. But please, is there a link for any of these? For me to know the commission that I make on each person.
There is. I'll get that to you, sir. I'll get that to you.
All right, please. All right, thank you.
All right.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Shoot.
Yes, my name is NTV.
Yeah.
I'm already a community member. I want to ask for the upgrade. I registered at the first tier, tier 1.
Yep.
And if I'm not, must I upgrade now before the pre-sales? If I'm not able to upgrade now before the pre-sales, is there any possibility of upgrading after the pre-sales?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. You can upgrade at any time. You can upgrade next year. But the thing here is that the token pre-sale has a date. So if you, like I said, I just announced that, and they announced today, the Forex project is on. They are testing it. So we do not know the model that they have other projects coming into the community. So you can upgrade later and perhaps participate in those ones and have whatever way to be structured. But for this token, Pre-sale begins only for members July 1, and it's only for 7 days. And if you want to participate in it, you must upgrade latest June 30th, because it is the level to which you have upgraded that you can buy token on. Okay. So, but other than that, you are free to upgrade in December. Okay. But some people just feel, okay, why don't we seize the opportunity if we can? And maybe I'm on 100 and I'll upgrade to 200, because if you upgrade on 200, like Emeka is showing the numbers, your 200 brings a total to 300. At 300, you find out that that's going to give you 3,000 token. At $5, that's already 15,000. And that's a huge. So it's like I put in $300, I make $15,000. So is that a good ROI? That's a good ROI. So there's no pressure on what level you want to upgrade to. It's what you can do and what you see that makes it happen. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Okay, next question. PNG, I thought I saw PNG. Okay, Felibes, shoot.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please, my question is on this tier.
Yeah.
If one is on third tier.
Yep.
And maybe you want to buy more than that 700. Can you buy 100, 300, and 700?
No, sir. You see, when you are on tier 3, look at it. Again, Emeka, thank you. If you look at this entry 1, entry 2, entry 3, tier 1 is $100, tier 2 is 200, tier 3 is 400. So if you add it up, it's a total of 700. You cannot purchase more than 700. So you are purchasing based on the tier level that you are. You can be on tier 3 that covers 700 and choose to only purchase 300. That's fine. You are not maximizing it. But you can't be on tier 3, which is 700. You now want to buy 1,000 or 1,500. It's not possible, because you are buying through your wallet. And remember, this is AI enabled. It senses the tier where you are, and it will stop you from doing that. As a matter of fact, for those of us who are already in the community, if you go to your tier at your back office, maybe you're on tier 1, then you jump to tier 3, it will tell you, sorry, you are too early. You should go back to the previous tier and take it, which is why you grow sequentially. You do tier 1, you do tier 2, you do tier 3. And Emeka explained this, you can't jump from 1 to 7. So if you're on 700, you can only buy tier up to tier 3, which is a total of 700. That's still a decent amount, because 700 will give you 7,000 token. At $5 listing, that's already $35,000. How do you put in $500, $700 and out comes in $35,000? That's still a great deal. But some of us see bigger, so want to shoot for the next tier, which is 800, because at 800, you now have a total of $1,500 purchase that you can make, and that should give you 15,000 token, and you already know what the mass looks like.
Thank you, sir. I still want to ask again.
Okay, ma'am.
Suppose I do not have 700 initially.
Yeah.
I bought 100.
Okay.
Remember, they are giving us 5 days.
Yes.
And the next time I have money now, will I not be able to buy 300?
Oh, I get your question. Thank you very much. Yeah. I don't want to answer. Emeka, I know you have the answer today, so let me allow Emeka to answer that, because we have 4 rounds of purchase, and Emeka has some. If I even sent it to me, and I just love the breakdown of what he puts out. Emeka, please.
Okay.
Emeka, are you there? Hello, Emeka. Okay. Okay, yeah. Your mic is muted, sir.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Fine, yeah.
Okay, Chief, your question is very much in order, but let me tell you, like I sent a broadcast to my team. If you are in my team, you would have gotten it. The 5 to 7 days is for the 4 rounds. It's not when you wake up. This one will be where the others have a sway, where they say anytime when anybody wake up now in morning. If you wake up in the afternoon, the tokens will be gone. And when they are gone, there's no person to even talk to. because everything is a blockchain, everything is smart contract. So it's gone, it's gone. And the people who have bought it will not release it. There's nothing like reconciliation. So round one is 75 million, is fixed. That's the beauty of cryptocurrency. It's not like any time you like, anyhow you like. No, it's fixed. The supply end is fixed. If you are going to buy land and there are 10 plots, when they finish the 10 plot, they finish it. So round one can happen in 1 hour out of that 7 days. Because once the 75 million token finish, 10 cents is gone. The person who came 2 hours later, even though it's still day one, we now have to go to round two to buy token if you say one token at 25 cents. If it takes a whole day, 24 hours for 25 cents to be finished, once it's finished, it's finished. Anybody who now, even though he's in the community, even though he's qualified to buy up to 1,000 units or whatever, if he has not bought by that time, he can only buy at 50 cents. So it's fastest finger. Nobody's going to be reserved anything. But what they are saying is that if in the first 1 hour that the token is, they open, they say, oh, your mass set, or go, bam, this is open. Or just like when we are doing our Zoom call, they tell you when the Zoom will happen, and on the dot, you see that they are on time. They will tell us when the token pre-sale will commence. Once you know when it's commenced, wait for it. Once it commence, click and buy. If the person that wants to buy has all the money in his wallet, he should buy everything he wants to buy at that time. If, for example, you buy $100 at 10 cents, and 3 days later, the money you were expecting now come, you now load it, and you now want to buy, what you should now be able to ask yourself is, where will the train be at that point? If at that point the train is now at 50 cents, you now have to decide, do I still want to, now I have extra $600? Can I now buy tier 2 and tier 4 pack? That's 200 and 400 at 50 cents. It's a decision you have to make at that point. Of course, what you also note is that at 50 cents, it's still a lot cheaper than $5. It's still 10 times cheaper than $5. And it's still 50 times cheaper than $50. So why wouldn't I, 100 times cheaper than $50? So why wouldn't I want to buy at 50 cents? But the question is, I've done the math to show that if you buy at 10 cents and somebody else buy at 25 cents, the distance is like between Lagos and Abuja. Because let's do a simple math, $100. If you have $100 and you miss 10 cents, because 10 cents will give you 1,000 units. If you miss 10 cents and you want to buy at 25 cents, instead of getting 1,000 units,
400.
You get only 400.
That's it.
And it will be like saying that people from the village, no people from the village. In fact, what I suggest that people should do, not only will you have to sit under a mask, if you have to, make sure you have more than one phone, clone your wallet so that you can be on the other phone. Don't tell me your battery is down. I should not help you. I cannot help you. 3, make sure that you have more than one network. Do whatever, ladies and gentlemen, this is like rapture. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that you don't tell stories. Because people who tell stories, their life is full of stories. You'll be saying, and I was radio, you'll be telling you was ready. By that time, some of us have become millionaires. We will send you help. The kind of help we'll send you, say, okay, manage this $100. But why do you want $100 when you can have, $100,000? It's your choice. So let's just do it as if your life depends on it, because really, literally, this opportunity will change many lives.
So how long is this meeting going to be taking place before that 30th?
Which
is it every day? This Zoom meeting, is it every day?
No, our next meeting, today is what? Is today Monday or Wednesday? Today is Monday. Our next meeting is on Wednesday, man. Our next meeting is on Wednesday, Wednesday 8 p.m. and on Saturday 8 p.m. We run 3 meetings weekly. But if you have a team, there are some people that have some network of people that they want to put together. You can meet your team lead and they can organize something and to be able to address them at their own time. Because again, we have several meetings we do during the course of the day. But again, if you keep doing one, you'll be exhausted. So some people put up a team or they plug them to the team.
Thank you. God bless you.
You're welcome, ma. Emeka, so Joel here is saying, please clarify on how much we need to fund the wallet, sir.
How much you need to fund the wallet?
Yeah.
It depends on how much do you want to. We show you the different participation levels. So the question is, you should actually be asking is, or we should be asking is, what level of entry are you looking at, or what level of contribution are you looking at? Everything you see here is twice the amount. So if you're looking at your budget, what budget do you have in mind? $100 means $100 to plug into project one, which qualifies you to be able to now access $100 worth of token in the project two. So that's $200.
Emeka, sorry, just hold on. I'm not taking the word away from you. Please, I beg of you, guys, so that we understand what Emeka is saying. When Emeka said $100, because I think over the weekend I had an experience that somebody said, okay, she wants to do $100. She took a Naira and went to Mala at Yaba and exchanged it for raw dollar. And now call and say, oh yeah, my dollar is ready. He said, please go back to the dollar, to the Mala, and convert it back to Naira, because you can't use raw dollar to fund. It's USDT. So that somebody would not go and call you and say, okay, I have my raw dollar. Please make clarity on that.
Okay. Well, it's very interesting. Oh.
You are laughing the way I was laughing, because going back to the Mala, the money has reduced value, has lost value again.
That's why I'm laughing. Well, basically, we said to get involved, there are three quick steps you need to master. Number one is you need to, on your phone, go to Play Store. If you're on Android, if you're on iPhone, go to App Store, and then that's it. Look for Tron Link. Just type in on the search button Tron Link Pro, and it will bring out the app. You download it, and then you set it up. Once you set it up, then you need to go to a peer-to-peer platform. The peer-to-peer platform is a place where you can exchange Naira for convert your Naira to cryptocurrency equivalent in dollars, and vice versa. When you have cryptocurrency, you can convert it back to Naira. They call them peer-to-peer. One that comes to mind I can recommend quickly is Remitano. Another one is Binance. You can go and then buy some USDT. That's your Malon. So it's digital Malon. It's not on the street Malon, not black market Malon. Digital Malon, online. In fact, everything that has to do with it, that's the business we all should be looking at. Now that these are the advantages of doing a business like this. Everything happens on your phone. You set up on your phone, few minutes, you go online, buy exchange your Naira for dollar from your bank account, you pay directly from it, and then you get your wallet funded, and then you contribute to Daisy platform on the phone, and then when the token comes out, you buy it on the phone, and then when the token go up, when it's listed on a different exchange, you sell it on the phone, and then you know what? You can now go back to that same digital Mallam and convert the money back to Naira on the phone. And then if you like, you can do internet banking and then buy from Jumia on the phone. You live on the phone life. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to be on the road. So there's no kidnap. You are just hearing on the news that, hey, yes, man, kidnapping is happening. Your economy is now in the cloud. Remember, one of the things I talked about where the world is going is cloud computing. Your money, nobody can steal it too. If you do the right thing. So ladies and gentlemen, that is a very simple thing. So it's very quick steps. Everything happens on the phone from the comfort of your home.
Okay, I think now I get what Joel is saying, but I talked about $100 worth of USDT and 140 Tron. Yes, every tier, just like what is on your screen now, you see tier 1, because some people only just see, they say $100 and they just get 100 USDT. For every tier level, there is a corresponding Tron needed for the gas fee and the transaction fee. That's what I said it's actually 150, but I found out that 140 can do it, because even with the 140, sometimes you will see extra 20s, extra 15, thereabout, but the system recognizes 140. So that's why we don't tell people to do 150. Okay, but if you go officially, it's 150. You know, we be third world. We always see how to reduce things for ourselves. So it's 140 per tier. If you are doing tier 2, $200, another 140. If you are doing tier 3, 400, another 140. So you can look at the accumulation of what is left on your tier 1, tier 2, and add the difference if you are doing tiers that are deeper and the rest. Whichever, like I said, now you still get the Tron at the end of the day. Okay, I think that's okay. Okay, I think I see one more question here. Somebody saying, who is going to be giving the date and time for pre-sale? They always communicate it. We've had 2 projects. We've had 2 of such on January. For those of us that we knew the date. March 30th, we knew the date. We knew the time. So that July 1st, we will know the date. We will know the time. Between the next 9 days, they will communicate the time. We already know the date. It's July 1. But the time will be communicated before that day. The link that will be used will be communicated before that time. So, Joel, you will know. That's why plug into the various groups, Telegram group or WhatsApp group or whatever your team is running, and then you can also use that. Please, so people said clarify the value of Tron. Now, you see, right now the market. What I tell people is this: when sometimes people ask what's the value, the values are not fixed because sometimes the values are like, I don't know how many of us went to go and check your peer-to-peer today. It went crazy. Immediately the market tanked. The value even went way high. It went gaga. So most times when you are ready, because you can say, clarify what's the value, and I tell you it's 10 naira. Then you say, okay, next week. By the time you are coming next week, the value has gone up. And I now tell you, you need to add. Then you begin to get angry. But you told me it's 10 naira. So when you are ready, they will give you the corresponding price as at that particular time. Like again, even Aboki Mala, you go in the morning, they might tell you it's 495. You go in the evening, they say it's 510. It's not fixed. When you are ready, you will know the price that the market is offering at that particular point in time. That's what I will say. Okay. That's been said so that we don't keep this longer than necessary. Is there any other question? The PNG, I thought I saw PNG on this call. PNG. Hello, man. Are you there? Hello, PNG. Okay, I see her mic is still muted.
Here.
Okay, please. Yes. Okay, good.
I'm here.
Okay, good. Shoot.
Well, when America has made everybody to be to have lost sleep with all this is mathematics.
It's America, or the same thing I said though.
All of you that are accusing me. I hope when the money lands, people will also, financially accuse me by transferring the money to my account.
The truth is, I was telling a friend today that this opportunity is made in heaven. One, a launchpad, decentralized finance. I was following some articles today, and what I saw was mind-boggling. The way the Wall Street big conglomerates, they are adopting DeFi as if it is going out of fashion. There's a scramble, a race for anything DeFi. The lady in charge of SEC in America was interviewed. They've been trying to suppress some crypto-related things, but they found out that it cannot. So she was asked about the centralized finance. Centralized finance is the banking sector. And is this volatility in the crypto industry good? Is there no risk? Blah, 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 blah. And the lady said something interesting. She said, centralized or decentralized, everything in life has risk. But the truth is that there are so many things we benefited from the centralized sector, but that we have more to benefit from the decentralized sector and to learn from it. My dear, coming from the highest financial controlling body in America, that has been number one antagonist of the crypto ecosystem, saying we have a lot to learn from it. It was a global interview, and she kept on hammering on the decentralized finance. So what we are seeing is that the centralized finance with over 250 tokens, that is 250 companies, it's falling on our laps. We are just whining and dining with the big boys in the Silicon Valley. We are rubbing shoulders with the Wall Street gurus. So anybody that fails this opportunity, I think regrets, I pray regret will not kill you. The regret is that you are rewriting your family history. The regret is that you are moving. There's a, like when you look at what the Bible said in Luke concerning the poor man and the rich man. One was in Abraham's bosom. One was in the place of torment. And the Bible said that there's a big chasm, a big hollow in between. What we are doing is we are being catapulted into Abraham's bosom financially. What we are seeing is, I look at my headache has been how to get, I'm on level 7, so I need to buy 12,700 worth of cookies. My husband is on level 6. He needs to get $6,300 worth of tokens. My 2 children are level 5. We are looking to buy $3,100 worth of tokens for 2 of them. So on the whole, I'm looking for $26,000. Where will I get? But that $26,000, by the time I finish calculating it, oh boy, I don't hammer out. I rather sell whatever I need.
PNG, let's talk after the meeting. We can collab.
So you give me load. So I don't know where to get it. But whether I will get it,
China is available.
I'm a dog in a circle. I will don't give up. So anybody here that don't see the picture and look at, get 4 people. It's like get to buy to get everything. Just get 4 people that are up to $1,000 worth, and they will give you 4,400 something. Where can that be done? You know how much they are dashing you? That's
$20,000.
$20,000 that you got people, 4 people that at once go and buy it. Use yourself, put your grandfather, your grandmother, put your house there, put your dog.
Yeah.
1,000 tokens, $1,000 worth is giving you 20,000. What are you waiting? What are you waiting? So, beloved, I beseech you by the mercies of God. God will not come down to bless you with abundance. God will not come down to give you the dues of heaven. This, in a nutshell, is the due of heaven. Thank you very much.
Hallelujah. Thank you very much, PNG.
Offering time.
That's the due of heaven. PNG has, you see, Emeka is saying I have a tier 7. PNG is on tier 7. The husband is on tier 6. The 2 children are on tier 5. Guys, when all of that is maxed out, then you know that what she just talked about, closing the gap. Immediately, PNG, when you made that, what came to my mind, say life is about closing the gap. There is a gap between Abraham and the poor man and Lazarus. All they just need to do is close the gap. And we have an opportunity to close the gap right now. Guys, let's seize it, let's make use of it, and let's run. Emeka, thank you. I want to say thank you very much for truly opening our eyes in very peculiar and unique ways that only you can do. And truly want to say thank you again for making the meeting tonight worth it. The recording will be available in another 1 hour, God willing, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and we'll have it on the Telegram group so that you can go through it again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for being a part of this. God bless you. Do get back to whoever invited you and plug in, and let's make this happen together. Have an exceptional night rest. God bless you.